Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Right now there's a lot of power tussle going on in Rivers State, and each hell bent on holding their power strong, and it's all starting with what is going on between a Rivers State government led by similarly Fubara and the Amaewhule led as the Senate Assembly, and it looks as if each one of them is not relinquishing their hold. Just some few hours ago, Fubara made it known via one of his media persons that he would love, in all honesty, to honor all Supreme Court verdicts, having studied the judgment, and he gave some demands, literally pleaded with the Amaewhule-led assembly to meet him up 10 a.m. today in Government House, Port Harcourt, so that they can dialogue and brainstorm on every other thing, including the presentation of 2025 budget. While it looks as if Amaewhule-led assembly are not done with dealing with him yet, and they have countered with so many demands as well. In fact, with a lot of chanting and singing. Well, before we go into the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel. Well, according to the news, let's start with the APC faction in Rivers State have actually welcomed Governor Fubara's invitation to State Assembly, hope for crisis resolution. Now, the Amaewhule-led Rivers State House of Assembly, as at Sunday, asked Governor Fubara to channel his invitation to the members properly and not through social media. Now, the reaction followed the invitation to the Assembly to a meeting with the governor at the Government House on Monday, which is today. Now, Fubara, through the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Tammy Danagogo, said the meeting scheduled for 10 a.m. was expected to address key issues, including the provision of sitting space for the Assembly, payment of outstanding allowances, and the presentation of the 2025 budget. Now, the 27 lawmakers of Rivers State House of Assembly, loyal to the former governor, Wike, may, however, reject the invitation except their condition is met by the governor. One of the lawmakers, Isaiah Opende, who represents Akokotoro Constituency 2, blasted the governor for inviting the assembly members via social media. Opendo urged the governor to communicate with them appropriately, adding that it was surprising that Fubara would call them after he had told them at several fora to day their day. He stated, "It is time for us to determine our day. When the day your day started, our principal said, the time for our own day your day will come. Oh, now our day your day has come. Day your day, make we day our day. How can you wire a letter and post it on social media and expect us to honor it? You know we are not kids. The governor should properly write to the assembly, that's all. Thank you." Similarly, some former local government chairmen who served during the tenure of Wike were also seen in viral videos singing and mocking Fubara over the invitation extended to the assembly members. A former chairman of Ikwe local government, that's Dr. Samuel Wanosike, who with scores of other dancing and singing in a mocking manner, asked the governor not to disturb the speaker and they sang repeatedly, "Day your day, make a day my day, day your day, oh, nobody worry, Amaewhule." Following the Supreme Court judgment affirming their legitimacy, the lawmakers in their first sitting urged Governor Siminalayi Fubara to present the 2025 budget. They also demanded that he submit nominees for commissioner and other appointments, insisting that those currently serving in the cabinet lack legal backing. Now, additionally, they summoned the chairman and the commissioners of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission to appear on Monday. However, the requests were ignored as Commissioner for Information Joseph Johnson stated that the government was awaiting the certified true copy of the Supreme Court judgment before taking action. The CTC was eventually released on Thursday evening and widely published in national dailies on Friday. In a bid to establish a relationship and woo the lawmakers, the SSG Danagogo wrote a letter addressing to the Speaker Amaewhule on Sunday titled Meeting Between the Governor of the Rivers State and the Honorable Members of the Rivers State of House of Assembly. Danagogo stated in the letter that the meeting became necessary following the governor's receipt of the CTC of the Supreme Court judgment. The letter said that the discussion would center on the provision of space for the lawmakers to be sitting, presentation of the 2025 budget, among other issues. The statement read, and I quote, "I hereby write in furtherance of His Excellency's promise stated in my letter dated 5th March 2025 to notify you that His Excellency has received the Supreme Court judgment and has therefore directed me to invite you and your colleagues, the honorable members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, to a meeting to discuss provision of a befitting space for assembly sitting, payment of all outstanding remunerations or allowances of the honorable members, presentation of budget and sundry matters, any other matters as may be necessary to chart the way forward in the best interest of the state. Sequel to the above, I hereby humbly invite the Right Honorable Speaker and all the members of the Rivers State House of Assembly to a meeting with the governor as follows." The invitation of the lawmakers by the governor came as the 72-hour ultimatum given to the RISEC chairman to appear before the House expires today. Amaewhule had, during the plenary on Friday, said the Assembly had taken legislative notice of Fubara's failure to forward names of his commissioner nominees to the House for screening. Efforts to reach the commissioner for information and communication Johnson failed as his mobile line was not connecting as at the time of filing the report. This development was hailed by Chief Tony Okocha-led All Progressive Congress and the Emeka Beke-led faction loyal to former Minister of Transport Rotimi Amechi. The Okocha faction loyal to Minister of Federal Capital Territory Wike described Fubara's invitation to the lawmakers as a welcome development. The State Publicity Secretary of the state, Chibuike Ikenga, disclosed this during a telephone chat. Ikenga expressed the hope that the move would lead to a resolution of crisis between the two arms of government in the state. He stated, "Our position as a party is to the effect that whatever will bring lasting peace to Rivers State is what we support, and the two sides, the executive and the legislature, should make all these overtures to engender confidence building, which of course will lead to a final resolution of this crisis." The Supreme Court had already put a nail on it, but interpersonal relationship between the leaders of the two arms of government are encouraged. There are overtures expected from the two sides, which have quarreled for close to 2 years. That the Rivers State House of Assembly had written letters to the governor, and the governor has also responded, and the governor has written inviting them as part of the follow-up of the earlier letter. We welcome all these processes and procedures that will lead to final resolution. Also, the Chief of Staff to the Beke-led APC, Chizi Entire, described the development as a win-win situation. Some groups have threatened to disrupt oil production and cause a crisis in the state if Fubara was impeached. The former campaign coordinators for Fubara in their various local government areas called on the police, Department of State Security, and other security agencies to enforce judgments of Supreme Court in the interest of the people. The former members of the Association of Local Government Nigeria said Fubara failed to take the opportunity offered to him by the presidential intervention to end the crisis. The Ijaw leaders, who said they remain the substantive chairman of their local government areas, followed their aborted tenure extension, said they had a sigh of relief that the Supreme Court had ended the crisis. Unfortunately, our attention was drawn to both subtle and frontal threats to the government instigated by some individuals and organizations who substantively are beneficiaries of this crisis. It is even worse that they are using the Ijaw identity to fuel the embers of violence and intimidation against the federal government. In this category, the organizations such as Ijaw National Congress and some renegades of Ijaw Youth Council. Now, this organization stated publicly that Ijaws will resort to violence against critical national oil infrastructure if Governor Fubara is impeached. Now, this implies that this pro-Ijaw ethnic organization have not read the Supreme Court judgment they so condemned, the local government chairman said. Now, all of this is coming from all the Supreme Court judgment. My colleague is in the house, and this is getting very interesting. What's your take, in summary, of what is going on and the fact that the Martin Amaewhule group are insisting that Fubara must channel their invitation properly to them?
Well, let's wait and see what they will do, because right now the table has been set for peace, and I feel that Martin Amaewhule and the likes at the lawmakers, they should see how they can drive home, that desire by the River State people for peace. Peace is topmost. If we continue the infighting, it will not change anything. The only thing it will change, it will continue to, bring in issues, and it will stall development. A lot of things that was meant to happen in Rivers State will not happen. But for me, I suggest they should allow the leadership of Fubara to finish his year term. Then they can do whatever they want to do.
All right, that's good.